of what the ordinance says we have to do, and the orange card is really kind of your last, we're serious about it, and we'll still work with you, but you have to be reasonable that, how much time is enough.
Okay, and then that leads into the last question I have, and that's, Kenny has mentioned quite often when he has spoken before the council that he thought he had a kind of an agreement that you would be working together with on this, trying to get this resolved.
I probably talked to Kenny 4 or 5 times, and every day it was, Dave, I need another day. Okay, Kenny, I'll give you another day. Dave, I need another day. Okay, Kenny, I'll give you another day. Dave, I need another day. So you're talking about a verbal agreement. He had 4 or 5 of them. And finally, I have citizens calling and wanting to know, how come you guys aren't enforcing the ordinance? And I called Kenny, I said, this is enough, we're done, we're gonna get it cleaned.
Oh, okay, now, I guess the impression I had from what he said before, he was very surprised when all of a sudden he comes home this one day and is completely clean, because did you tell him that, hey, forget it, Kenny, I'm done with talking with you, I'm going to have it clean tomorrow?
That's correct.
You told him that?
That's correct. Said I cannot wait any longer. In fact, we had at least 2 more complaints on the same address, and those individuals, when they talked to me, were not very happy. They wanted to know why the sidewalk wasn't done and why the city of Sioux Falls was not enforcing the ordinance that they had on the books.
So just once again to clarify, you told him,
I said I cannot
I'm going to
wait.
have it cleaned, and that's it.
I said I cannot
Had
wait
enough,
any longer.
Kenny, I'm going to have it cleaned.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. Further questions? Thanks, Dave. Others that wish to address the council for 5 minutes?
Can I ask
Name and
Kenny
address.
if he had any response to that?
Well, quickly, we've been on this for this is the third time.
I'd really appreciate it taking another minute. He just distorted the truth. That's not what happened. Wednesday, the situation occurred. Thursday, he said he would work with me. Without warning, he had that cleared and said that he couldn't wait any longer. And he didn't call me and say, we didn't go on with this day after day after day, and Kenny's begging for another day. There was only 3 days involved. The first day, I got the thing, that nice clear spot came from they came out and plowed it. And the second day was Thursday. I put 120 pounds down and talked to him, and he said he'd work with me. So he broke a verbal contract, from my opinion. He's distorting the truth. Thank you.
Okay. Others that wish to address the council for 5 minutes, please.
Good evening. My name is Theresa Stehly. You want my address? Is that correct?
Please.
1621 South Van Ness Avenue. And I'm here tonight as a citizen. I'm going to talk about snow, but in a little bit more of an upbeat issue. There's been a lot of talk about snow removal lately, and I wanted to talk about snow gates. And for those of you who don't know what a snow gate is, it's a device that you put on a snow plow, and as it comes to your driveway, it works by hydraulics. It comes down and it keeps the snow out of your driveway. It also works to keep the snow out of the corner sidewalk areas, and it also scoops up the snow as it's coming through the intersection. Now, I learned about these snow gates about a year ago, and at the same time, I had heard that they are being used in Bismarck, North Dakota. The first part of January, I called Bismarck, and I talked for several hours with the Public Works Director in Bismarck, the fleet manager, and the man who actually has patented these snow gates. I found out from these gentlemen that in 2000, the citizens of Bismarck led a petition drive similar to the one we did last year with the Drake Springs pool, and they forced the issue to a vote. It won by a landslide. It is now illegal for the city of Bismarck to put snow in a citizen's driveway, and the citizens love it. I then called the Henke Company, and you have their little brochure in front of you there, and they're out of Kansas, to find out how much it would cost to equip our motor graders and our loaders with snow gates. I then spoke with Mark Cotter, and I found out how many snow plows, public and privately owned, we use in our city during a snow event. And for around $480,000, we could make this happen in our city. I've been hearing things come out of certain council members about this, and I wanted to do some extra homework. I asked the creator of these if they work in cul-de-sacs, and he said they did. And he said cul-de-sacs are a challenge for any snowplow. And in fact, in Bismarck now, they're discouraging developers to build new residences with cul-de-sacs. These snow gates will work up to 12 inches of snow. And he told me today, I called again just to verify this, he said Lake Tahoe County purchased one, which of course we know that's good ski country. They liked it so much that they purchased 6 more. They have a 10 to 15-year life expectancy. I have been visiting with many people about this great opportunity, and people are very excited about it. As I mentioned, I've given you all some information about this, and also on my website, www.theresastehly.com, I have a video of these things in action, and it's really, really neat. So I'm just hoping in the future that the City Council will be willing to look at this important issue and implement it for the benefit of all of our citizens. Thank you.
Thank you. Bob, James?
I have a question for you, Teresa.
Yes.
Did the number that you received for snow gates include the contractors, graders, or just the
Oh,
city
you mean,
owned?
yeah, I asked Mark, you mean as far as the private owners?
Yes.
Yes, it did.
And would you require the private owner?
Well, now that's something we could work out, but these things can be taken off in, he said, about 15 minutes. So the number I gave, that 480,000, includes them in the equation. So that's something that could be negotiated, you know, would they buy their own, would they use them from us? We want to find a place to store them. But I really think it's something that should be looked at and talked about. And again, I've been talking to my doctor. I mean, I got 1,200 signatures on my petition. I talked with those people. People are very, very excited. And I think it would be a great use of our taxpayer dollars.
Okay,
Teresa.
thank you. Others that wish to address?
Mr. Mayor.
the okay,
Teresa.
go ahead.
Sometimes when they plow my road, they use a truck plow. Do they make these for truck plows?
Now, on the truck plows, he said they could put them on a truck plow. That would be something they'd have to kind of work at. That's not as common as these, the motor graders and there were the 2 things I think, let me see, I mentioned.
Loader, I think.
Front end loaders.
Loader.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but they're not as common.
Others that wish to address the council for 5 minutes, name and address, seeing no one that's coming forward.